Hopefully you can see. You can. It's a little bit more light now, I do believe. You can see the snow a little more. It's been snowing since then, and can you see the snow falling? Put this right up against the screen. Just barely. If you look at the light over here, or over here as well, you can see the faint little dots of the snow falling. It's crazy, and it's February the 10th. My gosh. Oh, and I almost forgot. Rocky greets you. You know, he'd stop greeting you if I could touch a button, you know? Welcome to... I actually forget what it's called, but you can see in the title. I forget how to pronounce it, and I forget what it's called. It's something or other... Forgotten Stories... Or Forgotten something. Forgotten Stories. I actually forget what this video is, but it's the trailer reaction to a Skyrim mod that is supposedly a standalone game that you have to have Skyrim bought, either the original Skyrim or Skyrim Legendary Edition, not Skyrim Special Edition, but they said that they may or may not make a version of this mod for Skyrim Special Edition soon. This is made by the people who made another Oblivion mod, which I forget as well, which is going to be released on Steam in 2020. This mod, you don't even have to have its Skyrim installed. You just have to have Skyrim bought. That's all you need. It's that crazy. It's supposedly a standalone game with 30 to about 100 hours of gameplay in it, which is crazy because that's a AAA game right there. No, depends on what you're talking about, I guess. Like games like Dead Space don't take 100 hours to beat. They take like 6 to 10 if you're good. But other games, other AAA games, such as Monster Hunter World, take hundreds of hours to beat. Skyrim alone, all the quests, all the power-ups, upgrades, skills, hundreds of hours, hundreds and hundreds. This game is supposedly about 100 hours long with, I don't even know because I'm the one reacting to the trailer, but I read on Rock Paper Shotgun that there's different classes you can choose, there's different magics, different enemies, and it's a completely different story to Skyrim. It's just based off of Skyrim. There's nothing in Skyrim in it besides a little bit of gameplay. What's going to go on is it's a completely different landscape. There's no Tamriel at all, completely different lore. But because of the largeness of the map, and because of this extra effects and enemies they added in, it's literally DLC sized. Maybe even more. That's why it's supposedly a standalone game. Almost standalone since it's a mod, but very, very close to a standalone game. They're going to be releasing this in 4 days. I'm going to be uploading this video tomorrow, so it's 3 days for you. But they're going to be uploading and make to this mod to Steam in 3 days for you, and it's completely free. Standalone game, 100 hours, completely free. That's crazy. And I can't wait to play this game myself. I'm not sure I'll be able to make a gameplay of it. But if I can, it would be great, because maybe someone didn't know about Skyrim and might want to play it. Maybe someone didn't know about the mod and would want to play it. And if you were to get the mod, though, and you have Skyrim Special Edition, either you're going to wait to see if they are going to make a Special Edition version, or you just have to buy Skyrim, or Skyrim Legendary Edition. I'd probably recommend Skyrim Legendary Edition, though, because it comes with the DLC for Skyrim itself. Not the Forgotten Stories mod, but it does come with the DLC for Skyrim. But I don't think this is going to be on console, just PC. So if you have a PC, it doesn't take much to run Skyrim on PC. It'll take a little bit more to run the mod, though. But to get Skyrim on PC, not that much. If you have say you have a PC that you bought a few years ago, it's fine. I play games on my laptop that can barely even run CSGO, and it can run Skyrim smoothly on medium graphics. So yeah, it's fine. So if you were looking to play this mod, or looking to play Skyrim, just get your crappy old computer you borrowed from your mother, and you're fine. Well, now this is the Enderal Forgotten Stories mod that was made by Sure AI. great mod makers. If you want to see other good mod makers, just go to the Steam page. There's a ton of them. Not all of them are good though. Sure AI though is the team of mod makers that is probably one of the best. Move this up a second. They're probably one of the best mod makers there are. There's not very many good Skyrim mods out there. Like there's this one, Enderal Forgotten Stories, which I'm gonna say this now is technically an expansion of the original Enderal, but I don't think there's any difference besides the fact that Enderal Forgotten Stories has more quests, items, and gameplay. So if you were to get Enderal or Enderal Forgotten Stories would be recommended. But yeah, I think you can get it on, I don't know, their Patreon page, or on, I forget what it's called. It's that, you probably know about it, some other mod page for Skyrim mods. It's much more confusing to get though. So you could just wait for it to come out on Steam in 3 days, and that'd be great. Yeah, but the reason it's coming out, it's coming out, and it's already came out, I think, on a different mod page. It's only coming out on Steam because the Steam version is a little bit of bugs, and they're fixing that in the next 3 days. But this should be great. This is the Enderal Forgotten Stories cinematic trailer that came out 3 days ago. Sorry if I keep swallowing. Yeah, it came out about 3 days ago, and I am so excited. There's not many good Skyrim mods there are out there, and this one should be really good because it's technically still a standalone game that you just need Skyrim for. So if you already have Skyrim, it's free. If you need to get Skyrim, you're gonna pay, I don't know, Skyrim's what, $30 now? $30 on Steam? I got it when it was 60, which was a long time ago, in like 2013. But this should be fun. This should be great. Just watch the cinematic trailer. It's exactly 3 minutes and 33 seconds long. Triple threes. You know, three threes. Oh baby, a triple. Oh baby, a triple. I don't know where that came from, but this is gonna be fun. I hope. I should start it right now. Ooh, they got piano.
My opinion of humans?
Yes. Wait. Stop. I do not need that. I do not need captions. I am sorry. Captions are not needed. You can go to turn off. Thank you.
I think you're vain. So proud of your spirit, and yet...
Oh!
So very fragile. You see, you all have your ways of dealing with your wounds. You grieve.
But that's just the way of things. Life decides. You accept.
You suffer.
Tara always called it her black fog. On her bad days, she wouldn't even leave her bed. She'd just lie there, staring at the ceiling.
You hate.
The world needs people like me. All these do-gooders who think they could fight evil without getting their hands dirty are self-righteous idiots.
But some wounds don't heal. They fester. So you look for a cure.
Imagine there's a way not to just see, but to travel into other realities. Imagine that the what-ifs wouldn't have to stay hypothetical.
It's just that her last letter scared me. It sounded so final, as if she was walking towards an abyss, and I couldn't stop her. Who were these people? Some kind of cult?
The father, the leader of the Relata, is a monster if there ever was one. When I was a child, he abducted me and other orphans to experiment on us. He has no idea I'm still alive, and I'm coming for him.
Often, however, this cure is just poison to numb the pain, and it slowly turns your wounds into tumors, until one day, they burst open.
It worked. We're here. No,
Naya, not again! Please! This is our chance to finally do something that matters. Something real.
This is it, Tara. This is what you gave me up for!
So it's true, Theral. You're losing your mind. Just like Sister Pride did. So, what do I think of your kind? I pity you. The human condition is a sickness. I have the cure.
You were right, you know. There's a line beyond which there's no redemption. I crossed it long ago.
February the 14th. That's their book, which I will be reading the first chapter on because they have the web novel of the game. It's free on Patreon if you want to go read it for yourself. The first chapter I'll be reading. The next episode I make on this, which I kind of almost forgot. Just give me a second right here. And that is the conclusion of the Enderal, I almost forgot what it's called, Enderal for the Forgotten Stories trailer. Stay up, please. Thank you. The Enderal Forgotten Stories trailer, that was crazy. It was cinematic. You could tell that it was a really good, well-made trailer. They spent some time on that trailer, and you can tell that the editing that went into it, the sound effects, was really good. There's some other points I'd like to mention as well. One, it seems to be that the voices that were in there didn't sound like the voice actors from the original Skyrim, meaning that there's going to be new voice actors that they hired. You can tell. Did you hear the voices that if you were to hear the original Skyrim, those were not the voices from. Sorry, those were not the voices from the original Skyrim, meaning they're going to have original voices, all original voice lines, all original maybe. I'm not sure. You could see that there was some quests in there. You probably couldn't really tell. It looked all kind of mixed. But you saw there was the one person lying on the bed. It said that, somebody said that on her bad days, she's just lying on her bed looking at the ceiling. That sounds like a quest. There was that person hanging up looking like in a torture chamber of some sort. He looked really beaten up and that he was being tested on, or something like that, I guess. And that would probably be another quest. Another quest might be when that guy said, you can go into entirely different realms and universes. That sounds like another quest, too. And maybe when that guy was knocking on the door, he was like, no, please, let me in. And there was another person who said, that's what you gave me up for? And like, as if, like, something stupid or something evil that she was given up for. And I'm not sure what exactly that means, because the mod hasn't even come out yet. But I'm really excited for this mod, because it's Skyrim. I mean, I love Skyrim. Skyrim's, like, my game. Skyrim is my game. It's probably one of my most favorite. It's not my favorite, but I really like it. I've played Skyrim since, I don't know, a long, long time ago. In a galaxy far, far, far away. That was not a Star Wars reference at all. But, why do I keep saying, I really need to stop saying that. It sounds like I'm saying butter in an accent. Butter, if you love life on hard mode. Margarine, if easy. I don't know where that joke came from. Yeah, I am excited for this mod. I will be playing it off camera on my own time, unless I find a way to record it, which would be nice. And if I do, expect it to be a good mod, because I'm expecting it to be a good mod, because you could also see that there was some effects in there. There was some, I don't know, magics. There was entities that were original, all original textures, all original skeletons, builds, entire mobs that are completely different from the ones that are in Skyrim and are completely original to this mod. completely exclusive to this mod. You could also see that there was some textures, some trees. I guess you could see palm trees. I don't think they were in the original Skyrim game. I don't think they were in the DLCs either. There's palm trees. There's also the house that the guy was knocking on. The textures for that house, they look they look original as well. And there was that woman with a backpack. Backpacks aren't in original. Backpacks aren't in the original Skyrim either. And if they were, the game would probably be easier. Like carry weight plus 50, you know, that'd be nice. But they are in the special edition survival mode mod, which you have to pay mod for, and it's for Skyrim Special Edition, meaning that backpack is also completely original. It was on the woman who's sitting next to the fire trying to get warmth in the snow. And you could also see that there was a little bit of sand. There's there's this huge cave with bones sticking out. There's like sand everywhere. It looks kind of like a... Why does my lighting keep doing that? It looked like a... I don't know, it looked like a big, giant, like, worm kind of thing. Except it was a cave. It wasn't a worm. And you could see that there was a snow bit. Like, in the other part, there was like an oasis where it looked somewhat like an oasis. There was no water that I saw. But they were smashing it. The guy was like hitting on the door, like, please let me in. Then there was the dungeon that you could see where the guy was hanging up. There was Dwemer. There was Dwemer, Dwarven, if you don't know what Dwemer is. Dwemer, the thing where when the guy was saying you can go to different universes, the thing was opening up. There was a blue light coming out. That wasn't original. That's not original. That's actually from the original game. But it looks like they're using it in a unique and original way to make the mod, a little bit more spicy, I guess. Give some credit to the game it's made from, I guess. And I don't know. I'm hoping this is gonna be good. Enderal Forgotten Stories. It's kind of more quests, more gameplay apparently, more everything. And if I end up making a gameplay video on it, then it's gonna be fun, I guess. Whatever. If I do, then see you in Enderal, I guess. No, this is a frequent problem I'm having. I'm gonna pick you up, right? And then I'm gonna press the button. 3, 2, 1. Snow. The one thing in the place I live where it could either be the greatest thing ever or the worst thing ever. Depends on your choice whether or not you like the cold. But, yeah, since this is the end of the video, probably, I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but it ends somewhat like this. Rocky says farewell.